Verse 91. There is no self-nature, no thought construction, no reality, no Alaya-vijnana. These indeed are so many discriminations cherished by the ignorant, who like a corpse are bad logicians. I think it might be worth referring back to verse 86 here. There's a similarity in structure. Verse 86 tells us, the triple world is no more than thought construction. There is no reality in its self-nature. By means of this thought-constructed reality, logicians go on discriminating. So there's a process here, isn't there? The world, referred to here as the triple world, which consists of the external world, the individual, and the individual's relationship with that world, is not what we think it is. Well, actually, it is nothing more than what we think it is. It's a thought construction according to verse 86. It hasn't got the reality which we assume that it has. It hasn't got that external physical reality which we assume that it has. It's only a thought constructed reality. Its reality is based on nothing more than what we think it is. And logicians go on discriminating. We're the logicians here. We say, that is that particular object. This is this particular object. I'm here. I like that object. I don't like that object. I like that person. I don't like that person. I like that event. I don't like that event. And so on. This is how we build up our reality. We might even say, that's more real than this. I'm a scientist, I know what's real. I'm an artist, I know what's real. I'm religious, I know what's real. I'm an economist, I know what's real, and so on. So in this way, we're all discriminating logicians. But verse 91 is taking us deeper, because we might have realized the truths of verse 86, and perhaps we become a Buddhist. And we can start talking about the delusion under which the ignorant are suffering. And Buddhism, as you're probably beginning to suspect, has got its own language. It's got its own kind of discriminations. There's certain words that are frequently used. Thought construction, pranyapti. Alaya-vijnana. Self-nature. Reality. And these are also discriminations. And the good news is then that if you've been having trouble with some of these terms, like Alaya-vijnana, then you don't need to worry about it. If you find it useful, fine. But at some point, whether you find it useful or not, you're going to have to drop it. We're not trying to get a model of things. We're not trying to sort things out in our head. And then we can say, well, this is how it is. Because that's what's happening all the time. That's the habit of delusion. We need to come back to realization. We stop discriminating, no matter how subtle the level. Although I suppose there is one discrimination we need to make. We need to know when we're actually discriminating. And this can only happen when you've touched realization. So you've got that contrast between samadhi and discrimination. It's only when you've touched realization, when you've touched samadhi, that you've got an alternative to discrimination. So verse 91 is telling us that even if you're a Buddhist, you're just as much caught up in discriminations as everybody else. And they're described as corpses, because as we all know, a corpse is a bad logician. Why should a corpse be a bad logician? Because it's dead to the world, it's dead to reality. The extent to which you're caught up in discriminations, and it doesn't matter how supposedly spiritual these discriminations are, is the extent to which you're dead to suchness.